here.
Cool.
So, Plub, when we get booted like that, we don't lose the planes, do we?
No, man. It's only if the crash or the eject
Well, that was awkward.
event
Okay.
happens.
Perfect. Good.
Quick, pull your pants up.
Hey, Brian, I just watched the tag view. Good job, man. All 4 bombs.
Nice. Good. Blow the shit out of that place.
It is gone.
All right. So, for everyone, if helps if I start the screen share first. Not that one.
Not the Pornhub.
You know,
Awkward.
see how it goes.
All right. You guys should be able to see this now.
Yep.
So Apollo, I guess. Actually, since you were the GCI, you probably know what happened better. If you want to do the TAC view debrief, I guess probably better for you to do it. To be honest.
Look at that sexy. Only thing is I don't have TAC view.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Plob, you can play it and Apollo can just narrate it, huh?
Yeah. Sure. So just sort of tell me what you think was the sort of first area you want to look at, Apollo, and
That's a sexy guy right there. We'll start with the 16s.
let's do it.
So during this, it started off pretty smooth, and then the 16s got engaged, and I was having a little trouble giving you guys brawl calls because I was trying to figure out who was who. But for the most part, I think you guys handled that pretty well.
Jaws at the start, Photon just mops up that EWR, and I think Flash decides to finish it off.
Yeah. So what was with the 2 guys going way outside of the valley? I thought you guys were all gonna go down the valley.
So the plan for these guys was 2 of them were going to break off and sort of come down. You can actually even see it in TAC view. There's sort of like valley through here
Terrain, yeah.
to knock this sort of northern S300 out. So he gets to about 6.5 miles here. So ideal position. 2 105s out. Oh, actually, no, the no fuck around 4 105s.
I'd like to see that.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah, well, he found out, that's for sure. So 4 CBU 105s in.
Oh, beautiful.
There's our server problem.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
right.
and there was all the server. So literally,
I'm having a little
every
flying.
single
God.
piece is gone, except for the 2 ZUs on the edge. So, Grats
You even
Photon.
damaged the northern one too.
Yeah, he got 1 bomblet on the northern one, so that was a bit of damage in there. So Photon's been practicing that strike. It shows he got it done, in and out, clean. So we sort of watched Flash down here. We got Loyal sort of hanging back a bit.
So if I remember correct, there was 2 2-ship formations in on them. One was MiG-29s. The other was Su-30s. No?
Water.
There's a couple out here.
They're wet.
Yeah, those were the guys that I was calling out. And at some point, they turned hot and started engaging 16s.
So Flash takes an interesting approach here. Sort of goes not direct on, sort of
I
adds a bit of
messed
notch.
up my coordinates,
That's okay.
and I was looking for it with the targeting pod, and then I got locked up by the SA-10, and at this point I got locked up by the MiGs too. So I just tossed them, and then I turned. I was getting a warning, and I turned back in, and right there's when I had to abort my thing because Loyal's calling he's got a harm shot off, and I'm getting locked up too. So I fire, and here he's saying there's 1 low, and I accidentally fire on Loyal.
Oh no.
So he's
And
saying,
your bombs landed on little Timmy's house.
and he's saying,
Murderer.
he's saying something. He's saying there's 1 low. There's 1 low. They're popping up right here. So I look down, and I see a plane right there. So I figure that's what he's talking about, and I figure he's more to my left. So I just quickly lock up what I see, fire, and I think, okay, I got to get these bombs off because I had to abort my second run here, and I made a big mistake here. I'm still an afterburner. I forgot to, because everything's happening so fast right here. Alarms are going off. I'm getting locked up, and it's just turning to a shit show right here. And so I fired on Loyal. I'm still in burner. I fire an AMRAM. Then he says, "Hey, I'm getting locked up." And I said, and then he's like, "Don't worry, I got it.
So
You need it."
lucky that this one hit the ground here, this terrain blast. But otherwise,
Yeah,
that
so-
was loyal. That would have been your face if that wasn't for the ground there. So
So I turn around at this point and I realize I'm still in burner, and he's like, "Dude, you just shot at me," and I'm like, "Fuck." So I'm turning around here, and now I'm looking at my fuel, and I got about less than 1,500 left now because I stayed in burner.
so everyone watch this
And-
new AMRAM technology here. Mach .54 airspeed of 320 knots actually
God.
hits him, which
He
is
hit that
incredible. Look at this AOA that it's pulling. It's pulling 30 degrees of AOA on the AMRAM here, and it actually connects, which is an incredible achievement, Loyal. I have no idea that the MiG-29 is still flying at this point. He'll probably eject shortly.
That's actually a positive thing of how the AMRAMs were reacting the past few weeks.
Yeah, he just goes into land afterwards. So I think if he makes it down, it doesn't count. Oh no, he gets mopped up here by someone else.
Bird strike.
Chase just bird strikes him later on. Anyway, so yeah, that was, I would call that a mission kill. You sort of stop him from attacking, but didn't actually get the kill until Chase mops it up later. So anyway, that's yeah. It's sorry to interrupt, Flash, but yeah, that was definitely. I had that too today. It's been a long time since I've been in a multi-piece moving mission like that, and yeah, things go from 0 to 100 real quick, and you're just like, there's moving pieces everywhere. It gets very overwhelming very quickly. So
Yeah, so we had 2 people bail, so we actually had planned for a bar cap to get in front of us and take care of that. So now we didn't have the 2 people that signed up, so now we're having to do double duty. And I just like I was like, okay, I've got about 300 pounds. I'm gonna do an EOM shot on the SA3, and right as I pushed the pickle button, my engine's cut out, so I couldn't shoot the missile. And we were trying to stay low out of radar range, so that way they wouldn't vector any MiGs toward us. We wanted to be as incognito as possible, so that was the whole idea of going low the whole way in, to keep
Yeah.
the MiGs from being vectored on us.
I think 1,500 pounds might have got you back to Hatay if you went full conserve, but definitely probably better a decision to try and make something happen. And then difficult spot to lose your engine with all this terrain here. Not really any sort of flat area where
Yeah,
you can put it down.
I was so pissed. I just wrote it in.
Yeah, there's not much else you can do at that point. It's a disappointing way to go out, especially in a big mission, but these things happen. Fuel gauge is there for a reason. And I think, yeah, this is sort of where the 16s end up. They sort of just mop these guys up. And F-16 guys, is there anything else that's sort of interesting that happens? Oh, Jesus, Loyal.
Someone else takes
What
out
Loyal
the
does is
phase.
gonna.
Yeah, Loyal. We had Loyal as a backup,
What?
What the fuck?
and
Ground.
Sub-loyal.
Submarine.
technology.
he's terrain masking there. So yeah,
Yeah,
he's
that
doing
actually
what we
makes
normally
sense.
do.
Yeah, that makes sense. So,
Yeah. Okay, so he's the one that took out the S300s.
Yeah, so he had the backup bombs, and so
Underground and
without
dropped
the so without the cap, it was just things happened too quick.
for sure.
we watched the hit on the South S300.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So he's about 11 miles in, coming in over the terrain. Coming in at Mach 1.08, so yeah, he's full burner at this point. Pops his nose up about 10 mile out. Really rips that nose up and sends one in. I mean, is that all it takes, Loyal?
Yeah.
I think he didn't have Cat 3 on, and the other one before it came off.
Might as well save that taxpayer money.
It's barely pulling in any AOA here. The bomb's just riding it, and yeah, it just drops its nose, and that's when the magic happens.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle, it only leaves the 2 launches, which are effectively useless. So that's a complete kill.
Nice job.
I think
Good job on that.
Have you found
Watching
the state
18 fights.
JSON yet, Flash? Flash?
He's probably muted.
That's fine. He'll
I
get
think we
back to
should
us.
watch the 18 flights next.
Sure. Yeah. So we can watch from Lucky's, I guess.
The Gulf of McFly, actually, because I was had some SRS issues, and him and the rest of them took up ahead of me, but we rejoined up pretty quick.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
So I waited until the 16s were pretty much on target before I told them to get off because I wanted to make sure there was enough time for the 16s to take out the target and the 18s not be burning fuel up in the air.
There I come zooming in. Whoa.
Yep, cool. So you guys sort of all form up here. So you sort of got the forum here with a bit of server desync in there.
Hmm. So that was pretty good. We got it formed up. Then we started to push towards waypoint 2 after this turn. Kind of getting everything organized.
I love
Yeah,
what
we-
you guys did with Deadly Flight, how they went to a separate waypoint and you guys pushed in ahead of them and then they pushed in after.
It worked.
So you guys.
All right, so we're getting
perfect.
SA3 spikes at that point. That's why we went around, try to get around the threat ring.
Follow us. I'll explain what happened.
I was gonna say you guys didn't go behind the ridge.
No, well, as soon as like we
Didn't
went,
need to.
we were flying in slow. Back it up for a little bit if you can.
Yeah,
You
that
were
worked
like,
out perfectly.
You're like, this is too easy.
We flew. It was. We flew to waypoint 1. Waypoint 2 was Hatay. Waypoint. So we kind of passed waypoint 1 and we are going a little bit north of it, and then we started heading towards Hatay, and we put all of our coordinates for our 4 bombs in on the boat, and then about maybe a little bit back when we were feet wet, I checked my status of my bombs, and for some fucking reason, all the coordinates were gone. So at this point, we're flying over, and I'm punching in coordinates for the bombs as we're flying, and I got 3 of them right because I was in a hurry. One of them was wrong. I wound up just jettisoning that bomb. But as soon as we heard that the S300s were down, I asked Overlord, I'm like, can we just head straight in? Because we'll fucking skip the valley and all that. And he said, yeah. So we just we make a turn up here. We climb fast and high up to about 32,000 feet to get out of the SA was it 19 range, and
You guys were
as soon as
well
we're in
outside
range,
of that.
yeah, we just I got to pickle off. I pickled off 2, and then the third one, the waypoint was way fucking far away in a different country or something. So I stepped to the next one and dropped the 4th, and then you'll see me just jettison the other bomb. Then Deadly comes in a little bit higher than me. He drops all 4. He had a missile launch on him. I don't know where what was shooting at him.
Probably the
But,
S3.
Probably S3.
I'm not sure what it was.
All the bombs hit. We got a lot of ground kills.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that EWR there was hit pretty bad too. From where you guys were hitting, it was sort of the far side, so you wouldn't have gotten any of these kills on the ramp. Oh, jeez, you were hitting things there. Bang, 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 bang. Yep.
Nice.
Cool.
So we just go back to waypoint 1, high and fast, and just RTB.
Yeah.
Death got kicked. I landed on the boat.
So
Yeah.
this situation was kind of a weird one to call out for Demon Flight because there were two ships of Su-30s just flying away and a single Su-30 just screaming right in on them. And at some point, one of the 2 ships turns hot and it starts getting a little messy from there.
Yeah, it went from 1 ship to like 4v1 to 4v12 real quick.
Yeah, it definitely. So this is a part of it that just like the longer we are in the mission, they're gonna scramble more shit at us. And yeah, the air picture gets very complicated very quickly. What the fuck? Ah, yes. Of
Jesus,
Was
that
that-
guy was doing like 25 AOA on that.
course. How could I forget of such things?
Probably
Yeah,
desync.
probably broke his fucking wings off.
Right.
Jeez, look at this desync.
Whose missile was it? Was that McFly?
No, that might have been when I broke my wings off.
No,
Mm,
that, I hit the other guy there. The guy that was.
How did you manage to break your wings off? Did you pull paddle?
Yeah, I hit the pinky switch and I had 3 tanks on.
Oh yeah.
That'll do it.
So like,
yeah, we even
What's
we
your,
talked
what's your
about
airspeed?
that.
Almost
We
Mach
talked
1.
about that beforehand. That as soon as we break 15 miles of any bandit, we were gonna jettison our tanks. But we
I
a couple
knew I
of us
had
forgot.
missile coming in hard, and I forgot I had my tanks on, and that's probably what killed me. So I knew I had to pull a lot of G's to get out of there. I just didn't know. I forgot they changed. I forgot they changed the mechanics. You used to be able to get away with that stuff, but you can't do it anymore. So
Yeah, one thing
This,
if you can go back just to the beginning of this plub.
absolutely.
One thing that, Goose, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Right about. So if you push play from here, we're in a pretty decent. I mean, the formation isn't that great, but we're working on it. And what happens here is that McFly and Red Star break off to take on that solo, and as soon as that guy out front, see that group out there turns cold, then we start. Then the two on the left, the plan to go and support. 3 and 4 take on that solo, but Goosey keeps on pushing out, and I want to see what happens to Goosey out there. You can fast forward a little bit. So, I say let's go support these guys, and then Goosey's like, I'm gonna go kill these guys.
No, I lost your comm. I didn't hear it.
Oh, okay. But I think you got a couple though, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I think the problem was like all these jets start converging. The further, so the way Liberation works is the further into their territory you push, the more they're going to start vectoring on you and just like absolutely start swarm tactics on you guys. So like if you guys were staying like north of the runway up here, they wouldn't. But because it's just the way that, I don't know how to describe it, that just the AI logic or whatever it is that Liberation uses is the deeper you push down into their territory. Like if you were pushing down all the way down to the south end of the map, they would launch aircraft from every runway to just swarm the crap out of us. But sort of the more south you go, the more like of these sort of like roaming patrols, if you can sort of see at the top of the map. If you push further south, even these guys over here, they'll start vectoring onto you the further south you go, just because they try and defend their territory further the deeper in it is. So I think Goosey just fires an AMRAAM. This is like, when people put their finger into the hornet's nest or the honey jar or something. He just fires an AMRAAM into the hornet's nest here, and that turns all of the bees hostile. Yeah,
and that's exactly what happened. They pushed south, and just everything starts coming at them. There was a MiG-25 flight from way out east that started coming at them. There was like 4 or 6 Su-34s that started flying their way.
Oof, got one.
You fire enough missiles, you'll get one of them.
So yeah, Goosey, this is what we would call a non-ideal situation.
Oh my gosh, from out of nowhere.
Your AMRAAM tried to go... Yeah, this is a MiG-25. Your AMRAAM went active on the MiG-25's missile. You've still merged.
How many missiles you got left at this
fly
point?
home, and then there's still this guy here, and then there's this guy firing another R40 in. This guy got... Oh my god, this guy got 3 on him.
Missiles out of him.
1, 2, 3 missiles on this guy.
Mine got there first, though.
Yeah, I definitely think Lucky gets the kill on that one. And there's still this guy in here. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, okay, he's just going to fly through. So's this guy. Then you've got another 2. You got a 25 here. So you guys start chasing those planes that are doing ground attack, but these guys come in behind you, and they don't do anything. Oh, this was Red Star. So Red Star, if you saw what happened here, I think Red Star is the winner of this week's 14G R73, from what I was seeing. So here's Red Star here. Classic R73 maneuvers here. He's going to bring the nose down a little bit more. You got your AIM-9X shot off. He rips that
Great
wing.
shot.
There's the R73. So if we go to cockpit view,
My God.
so you are over there, Red Star. So this is that AIM-9X equivalent. So this is sort of where his canopy is. Imagine his canopy frames here. He's firing above his canopy rail using the helmet system on you there. And if we go to the missile view and keep an eye on the geometer here, 14, 17, 17 G-forces
17-3.
to rip it around and smack you in the face. So,
Wow.
unfortunately, Red Star, the AI, when they want to rip that high ball side off shot, they will.
So the interesting thing about that, right, is that if he's locking you up with his helmet and shooting you, he had to have seen you shoot that missile at him, and he still had no intention of going defensive at all.
Well, he's popping flares here, so this is as defensive as he can. He doesn't
He's
really...
like, if I'm gonna die, you're coming with me.
It really is. He doesn't start that little pull of the nose until you fire. So it really is just a, I'm going to die here, I'm taking you with me type maneuver. So
Got him though.
yeah, you traded, which is better than what happened to me and 3 of the Tomcats. So I take that.
And on that note, let's switch to the Tomcats.
It was not pretty.
This is not pretty. Just anything you want to say on that Red Star, or just how you thought it went?
Yeah, I struggled with some of the lag on the server, so it was really difficult to lock them up with my HMD.
Yeah, I wasn't really happy with the server performance this week. If you can sort of see the overall picture, there's not what I would say, according to DCS, a lot of ground units. But I don't know if there's something on my end or Flash's end for server performance. We'll try something different next week. Obviously, better to have this result than a complete server crash, but it's not an exact science. We can tweak things, play with them, try different things, but if there was a magic push button to make server performance good button, I'd push that. Otherwise, we'll just have to play with it. So. Tomcat time now, unfortunately.
So for you guys, it was a little bit weirder than that Hornet engagement that we saw, because everything was staying pretty much south of you guys or vectoring on Bashar al-Assad. So in the beginning, there wasn't a whole lot for you guys to do.
Yeah,
I'm trying to pay attention to those guys, the Hornet flight and everything, and vector them. All of a sudden, aircraft are starting to come at you guys.
So we don't exactly get our plan going as we wanted. Strider and Darth are back here because I think Darth had some comm issues. So already we came in with a game plan for 4 of us, then there was 6 of us, and then we had comm issues for 2 of us. So it was just all over the place. I feel like so I haven't seen this yet, so this is sort of just my first experience looking at it too, since we don't really have the SA that's a lot of the other jets do. But anyway, we sort of get overhead Aleppo, which is sort of where I wanted to be anyway. And I see these guys coming in. I know the GCI is sort of busy with his thing, and I'm trying to call them out. I'm trying to see whether we can vector onto these guys. Waited way too late. I should have fought these guys a lot earlier. But anyway, turn on him, fire a track roll scan on him. I think we both get 2 R77s in exchange, and I'm just like, I don't like this. This isn't fun. So we go out. Darth fires 2, and oh no, Spartan. Sorry, I'm dumb. Anyway, we turn out and we're just like, all right, we'll drag him back. We thought we were trying to drag him back to Bud and Aru, but you guys were sort of like orbiting and stuff, and Strider was a fair ways back. So we just...
And this is where I John Travolta with my jacket in the hand and trying to figure out where I'm going after this.
Yeah, so it's difficult here. You're just evading missiles. I don't want to turn back in. Oh, fucking hell.
We got him.
Well,
No.
Shaved him a little bit.
what happened there, Plob, was that we were tasked towards targets to the south,
180
a
feet.
little bit more, and we started going towards them, and then neither one of us could pick anything up on radar, so we just decided to go cold. So we had been kind of committed a little bit more to the south, and didn't see anything on the scope. So then we turned back, and I guess we turned back when you were coming in there.
Yeah. Anyway, so I see these guys turn cold, so I'm like, alright, I'll turn back in now. And these guys are out. So I think I just abort, and I'm just like, yep, cool, we'll reestablish. and Strider had come in pretty hot there just to catch up. So it's sort of a bit all over the place. We're in 3 elements. So this element sort of roughly together. Strider's out here on his own, and I'm out here on my own. And Strider just decides to take a shot at this SU-30, and he gets a couple of 11s shot at him at the same time. Strider gets a nice kill on that guy. Those 11s clean up, and then it's sort of just reunion day where we all try and rejoin.
Which doesn't happen.
So what I saw you guys on the radar. I saw you guys with the bandits trailing. So I'm burning in there. I thought Darth was right behind me because he told me he was with me. And so when you guys, I see those bandits turn cold, and then one guy recommits. So I take that Phoenix shot, I kill him, and then I'm heading north. And then Darth calls he's with me. So I feel like okay, we're good. But I think if you look at the attack view, Darth rejoined on someone else. But
So,
yeah, it was Bud.
With the comms, yeah.
Who was I with? I was with Darth then. Okay.
Yeah, and I think you just are the unfortunate recipient of lag here, because if R77 comes in, it doesn't hit you, it just hits where you were, I think, up here. And then I think that's what...
I lag. So I didn't pick up anything on RWR. I thought Bud was either the guy next to me or the guy in front of me, and then he said he was committed to that guy, so I turned in trying to support, and then yeah, he says defensive, and I get a lag spike, and then suddenly I took a missile to the face somewhere.
Yeah, I think you just, like, the lag spike happened right when the missile should have gone active, and you just copped it.
Yeah, I had no warning.
Which,
And he did a flat spin out of sea.
It's just not, it's not fun when that happens, to be honest. You just died to lag. Not
Can
really much
you
to it.
I think Bud
hold it
made
right
the right
here,
call
Bob?
there. Because Bud calls it. I think he lost the picture. I think you said Bud. So you say you're coming out. So I think that was a perfect call. And I think
What's the range there when he shoots the missile at me?
I'm gonna guess it's 20 miles.
19,
18 miles.
19, 20 miles.
So I was trying to lock this guy up, and Jester was no help, and I tried PAL mode, no help there.
Yeah, I was
And
trying
then
PAL
as soon
mode
as I
too.
saw him shoot the missile, like I did a split S, and I saw someone committing from my 3 or 4 o'clock, and I'm thinking, oh, good, they're gonna nail that bastard, you know?
Yeah.
You had enemy AI on veteran or ace this week?
It's on ace.
Okay.
So I don't
Wow.
see... What am I doing here? Hello?
So I think I got a Phoenix on that guy that connects. That's my Phoenix coming over the top of you.
Fuck, I didn't even see that!
Wow.
Dude, that's like 10 feet.
That was like 90 feet, dude. Holy... How did a heat seeker not track a fucking flaring Tomcat at 90 feet? Anyway, that was
Guess I went
probably...
for that
That was my
last flare.
extra life, yeah. Anyway.
Did your Phoenix not hit that? Looks like it flew right through him.
Yep. It's just lag once again.
Yeah.
Client-side lag.
Oh,
I think he got him.
I didn't
Someone
shoot
got
a
him.
single missile the whole
He
mission.
just disappeared.
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
was
so...
running around with my head cut off the whole time.
It was bad. The server lag makes it so hard. Anyway, we're turning back to steer point 1, and I see this one guy by himself, and I'm like, how hard can it be to fight one MiG-29, guys? What's the worst that could happen? So...
I think we're okay here, Plot, because you turn in, I'm right behind you.
Yeah.
Okay, we're 2v1 here. We should be fine.
This
To be
first
fair,
one
I'm gonna
goes...
lie,
So this
after I
guy...
called this guy out to you, I wasn't even.
Oh,
watching.
there's a whole like 5, 6
It's
ship
more,
up
it's
there.
more
Yeah.
like 2v7.
Holy shit.
Anyway,
8 ship.
so this
Not
guy
poking
turns
the bear?
out, and then
It
this
baited you.
guy... This guy turns back in, and I'm like, oh shit, this is not fun. So I fire on that lead, and I get an R77 in exchange, and I just immediately split S after Pitbull, and that first guy goes, and I'm safe. And at this point, I should have flown home. If that was the smartest thing I could have done here. But then there's this one dude bat left, so I'm like, okay, yeah, he's chasing, whatever. And then
fast.
here, around here, I see, like, for some reason, my Link 16 just had his vector over here. So I'm like, oh, he's turning out. I can turn back in now. I feel safe. So I turn back in. Strider turns back into support. and then I see this R77, which is on Strider, and I'm like, oh fuck, that's on me. So I turn out, Strider Fox 1's on him, he kills them, Strider, and then I'm like, oh fuck, this isn't good. And then I think, once again, visual illusions, I think he's facing this way, but I'm like, alright, I'll turn back in, R77 in my face, I Phoenix because I have to, that's in STT with ACM cover up, and then it just, what is this maneuver that the Phoenix does?
Squirrel.
Yep.
As soon as you break lag, it just goes dumb.
Squirrel.
It goes for his fucking R77. I hate
Yeah,
this
no,
game,
with
dude.
ACM cover up, it'll go at whatever is in front of it.
Oh my god.
And then I eat
Hey,
that.
Bob, do you want to back that up for just 1 second when we both turn back in?
It's about here.
Yeah, so you call turning in, so I turn in with you. I know you're out in front of me, so I'm thinking, okay, this is good. You call the missile launch. I see the RWR, so I'm like, oh, it's got to be on you. So I'm just going to press with the Fox 1 here, and then I just eat that R77. But I thought that was out on you.
Oh yeah, we both thought it was out on. Like I thought it was on me, and you thought it was on me, but it was actually on you. Yeah. So it was. Just, man, I don't know if we could have communicated that better, or like my RWR wasn't going off, and it was just messy comms, and it's just. I'm so furious that that happened like that.
It's just weird. Can you back it up a ways to the furball before that?
Oh, lovely.
You okay?
Someone said furball,
right? This should be good. If you freeze here and zoom out.
Oh.
Oh, there's a hook shot.
I think that's
So
the winner
can
for the
you
hook shot.
can you show the threat range?
Oh,
for
that's the
SA
winner for the hook shot.
And where the SA3 is.
Oh, well, let me show the threat ring for the 3.
It's infinite.
Was it the Sam that took me out?
No. So
Oh, the 3's disabled. Wait, how was the 3 firing on us? I thought that we killed the track.
No.
Track.
So the 3 is disabled, but the reason I'm asking you to do this is the trouble that I had with GCIing was trying to keep you guys out of those 2 threat rings. Not because the SA3 was active, but because of the Tunguskas and the SA11s over there.
Yeah.
So I just used it as a guideline to keep you guys away from that area, and I was trying to avoid.
Oh
vectoring you
yeah,
to
Darth is
anything
the
that
winner
would've-
for the Hobbs shot of the day.
Jeez.
Ugh, turn.
24, did I see?
You gotta be
Yeah.
fucking kidding me.
24.7, bro.
0.7.
Isn't that 2 weeks in a row, Darth?
No. Not with a missile like that. What the fuck?
No.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
what was the number one thing we talked about in the briefing? Don't fucking merge with them.
I
So-
didn't have a choice.
But this
I was already
sucks.
merged.
This
If I
really sucks that he kills you
If I
like
went
that,
cold.
and then he immediately just rolls upside down and fires one at me. I was lucky, so lucky I lived that, man.
Yeah, in my case, I didn't have a choice because if I went cold, it's like, hey, here's my ass.
Yep. Alright. And then I think Bud just disconnects, right, Bud? I don't think...
Well, actually, I got vectored around a little bit, like for a MiG-29, and it was like within 4 miles, and I couldn't see it. And here I'm like turning around like a dog chasing its tail for a while.
I got
Trying
you
to
and
find it.
Spartan mixed up when I made that
Where's
call.
the MiG that I was?
Oh, he's
maybe that-
vectoring Spartan instead of you. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, where is this guy? He's 3 miles away, and I'm like, so then I was back to Hatay. I had about 4,000 pounds of fuel left, and I was just land.
Yeah, that one was on me. I called it for Spartan, but was called.
Oh, no worries.
Called it.
I guess that afterwards, I'm like, like sometimes I can't see him, but I couldn't believe I couldn't see that guy.
Alright, cool. So anything
all
from
good.
the A10s and the Harrier real quickly, if you just wanted to see...
This was the laggiest plobberation I've ever been a part of.
I didn't do anything,
Yeah.
so there's nothing in the Harrier that you're going to be able to see.
Anyway,
It's
Yoda hit
also,
a couple.
I think it was just the
cool
most
things.
people too, though.
Yeah, I think that a big part of when I started this, I really didn't want to go beyond 20, and I'm not sure if it's the number of players or the ground units or something. But the thing, that's the reality, is when you start pushing into the 20s for number of players, it doesn't matter what server you're playing on, this is the kind of stuff that's going to happen. So maybe we do need to look at, maybe we don't have as many people on the server, if this is
Bob.
what the cost is going to be.
So roster cap.
Yeah.
Bob, did you see that message I sent you?
Could
I'm
have split missions if
Sending
we're
you the right one real quick here.
Oh yeah, cool. So I'll check that. So we'll go into the Liberation debrief real quick.
Those craters on those runways look beautiful, though.
Flying
The
back.
last one I sent you is the right one.
That's how
All
we
in
roll.
all, I think it was a great mission. The A-10s didn't get bothered at all. They just, they could go ham on all the targets over there. Runway got cratered. S-300s are no more.
I don't think that
Yeah.
was the
Our
that was
thing
the
is
last
that-
one. Okay.
Yeah, our thing is that there's just so much AI aircraft that we get pushed out of zone and stuff because we have no cap, any longer. Meaning the only reason we went back to land is because we were getting pushed out of the zone. The lag was bad, and per the briefing, you wanted us to save some assets, so I listened instead of sitting there fucking around dogfighting, dick faces, but whatever.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a fucked up situation because the MiG-29 that I called that was going hot towards you guys, or was it an SU? It was one of the two.
Yeah, it was on my RWR. It comes up as a 30, but that could be multiple aircraft.
Yeah.
So at some point he turns cold, and then there's just no other aircraft in the area. But you guys are already halfway to Hatay at that point.
Yeah, we saw that kind of the writing on the wall that everybody was kind of limping it in or whatever. So we were just like, all right. I still had a full payload. The only thing I launched was let's see, I almost extinguished 2 bays. So I think I launched a total of 9 rockets.
Yeah, look, I think the cap really let you down today. Part of what we're doing is giving the less jets and more air cover. I think there's a lot of less jets is going to be up next turn, that's for sure. Which every time we knock out a runway is going to make it easier for you guys.
I'm
But we
a
just need
little
to not
upset
die.
because I brought a 2,000 pounder on my center line and I didn't get to watch it blow up.
Yeah, which is understandable. Well, hopefully there's some more airspace available next time. So we'll just do this debrief and we'll sort of continue after that. So 22 aircraft took off and didn't land. 19 frontline units were knocked out, so that would have been sort of ground war and A-10 stuff. And 20 units lost at objective areas, so that would have been everything from the F-16s through the 18s. We lost 1 Falcon, 3 Tomcats, 3 Hornets, and a Bradley. They lost 9 Fulcrums, 4 Flankers, 4 Fullbacks, 1 Foxbat, 4 BTRs, 3 pieces of rocket artillery, MTLBs, 5 of them, a PT-6, 4 BMPs, and a Sparker. So,
It didn't count all the 13s that got shot down.
Yeah, I missed 1. I think we lost 4.
Yeah.
I think we lost 5.
No,
I
Bud,
did a nice gun run
Bud
on one
was
of their
alive, he
trucks.
just
so it was
disappeared.
Yeah,
really
but we had 6 total.
I didn't see it.
oh yeah, you're right. we did lose 5.
Yeah,
I
it was
don't know
a
what you're
pretty
talking
bad.
about.
It was pretty bad for us.
It's been pretty bad at counting F-14s, to be honest. I mean, we can sell them if you want to make it more realistic, but
No, we'll take it.
yeah, I thought so.
Let's take the one.
So anyway, Bustle's knocked out, so good job, guys. That's knocked out 4 turn remaining. And I'm just going to save this before I forget.
3 turns left on Duha, right?
3 turns left
Yep.
on Duha. That sort of gives us 3 turns to cap it. We're not pushing the front line up, really. Maybe we need to more of us to focus on pushing up at Duha. I don't know. Something to think about for next turn. The S3s, so we can sort of look here. You can see, notice dead, 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 dead. So those S300s, the SA3 track radar's down, so that one's gone too, and dead, 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 dead. So
Oh, cool.
So the strikers
basically-
got the job done today, and cap guys, I guess we still have some learning to do in terms of trying to fight the Ace AI in some of these laggier conditions.
So I have a suggestion for cap, something to try. It was me, Shodan, and I forget who else on the Syria War server. I was in a Hornet and they were in Tomcats, and I was acting as sort of GCI for them. And I was thinking
that was
maybe
me.
with the main GCI we can have sort of hunter-killer teams of 2 F-14s and a Hornet, with the Hornet acting as a secondary GCI using their SA page.